Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the East Delaware Knights Team Builder Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today, we start year number 4 of the East Delaware Dynasty, and it's not just any random year number 4. It is our first time as defending champions. Last season, we won the national championship against all odds. We did it. And now we have to try to navigate these uncharted waters as defending champs. We have the target on our back. We're no longer the hunting party. That doesn't make any sense. We're no longer the hunter. We are the hunted. That's a better way to say that. So how are we going to react when every team is now giving us their best shot? This is like when you play Ohio State or Alabama or Texas or Oregon or any team of that stature. The team going up against them, it's their Super Bowl. It's their time to give that team their best shot. And now we can put our names in that hat because we're the defending champs. We're the standard now. So how are we going to adjust? It's also not a normal year because it's the last year for a lot of our OG guys. We said goodbye to a few last offseason, last episode. But this year, we will say goodbye to the rest of the OG players. Kenyon Garnett is a senior. Unfortunately, it's going to break my heart. Cameron Poe is a senior. A lot of these legendary, Caleb Cormier, so many legendary players from that very first season of East Delaware Dynasty are now seniors, and they're going to be gone after the season. They've made themselves channel legends, and they've also made themselves national champions. Can they go out as two-time champions? We're going to find out, but the season starts here. We also get a chance to get our revenge. Last season, we opened up in the Aflac kickoff game against the number 2 at the time, number 2 ranked Florida Gators, and they beat us. We started the season 0-1. We get a rematch this year against Florida. Now, they're not number 2 in the country this year. They're number 15, but we're a different team. They're a different team. I like our chances this time. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of the journey, hit that subscribe button and join us in that journey. If you're going to enjoy, also hit the like button as well. Subscribe, join the Juice Club. Let's get into it. It is time to start year number 4. This one, I mean, I like the team, but year number 4 is a different animal. And here we are. We're ranked number 4 to start the year, even though we are the defending champions. I get it. We're a new team on the block. It's understandable that we wouldn't be the number 1 team in the country coming into it because maybe the AP poll thinks we're a fluke. We were a one-year fluke. Who knows? A flash in the pan. That's a possibility. I don't know. If we take a look at the schedule, I mentioned we have Florida in the rematch. It's not the Aflac kickoff game, but it is still a week 1 game against Florida. It is on the road in the swamp, which is a little bit concerning. Then we have our rivalry against Delaware. We have our rivalry against Penn State. We also have our rivalry against Temple. Now, you may have noticed, as I lost my connection, I'll be right back. Okay, I've loaded back in. I tell you, man, every time these servers kill me. But what I was about to say was you may notice we don't have Maryland on the schedule, even though we added them to the ACC, and we also made them a protected opponent. I literally went in and made Maryland a protected opponent, which is supposed to guarantee that you play that school every single year, no matter what, and yet they're not on my schedule. I don't understand. I didn't know what I did wrong. I clearly did something wrong if they're not scheduled on here, even though they're protected. Maybe I didn't protect them the right way. I don't know. But they're not on here. So again, we go 2 years in a row without playing Maryland. I'm trying to play Maryland. They won't let me. But at least we have the other 3 rivalry games. Delaware, the big one obviously is regular Delaware, but then we have Penn State and we have Temple. And I did go through the game footage from last season to figure out where we played these rivalry games. So we were on the road at Delaware last year, so they come to our place. We were also at Penn State, so they come to our place again. And then Temple came to us, so we have to go to Temple this year. So that's how the home and away works this year. And then we just have the regular ACC schedule, which is not like super tough this year. Clemson could be a game, but everybody else is not really that scary. And we have new ACC opponent, North Texas, with the promotion relegation. North Texas got the call up, and they will be on our schedule. This is what the roster looks like headed into year number 4. This is what we've got. We've got DJ Pickett. Vernon Woollyhand is going to be a problem. I can tell you right now, he's already an 89. And he's elite dev. He's a freshman redshirt. He's going to be close to a 99, if not an exact 99, by the time he leaves this school. He's a problem. With that elite dev, he's going to be a freak. Jarek Francis, another one of those guys that's been here since day one. He will be gone. Pettijohn, not a guy that's been here since day one, but he's been a very good transfer addition. He's going to be gone. We did bring in a new transfer quarterback. Last year we had Cole Welliver. I just didn't really vibe with Cole Welliver. I don't know what it was. I don't know. He just didn't have it for me. But we do have Kenyon Garnett as a senior. It's gonna be a sad day when he graduates. Man, I love him. But we did bring in Tanner Applewhite, who I do think is going to be a better fit for me, at least right now. Now, he is also not super athletic, but where he beats Welliver is they've got similar speed, but the acceleration is slightly higher. So maybe that will help me get a better feel for Applewhite. And I felt like I couldn't move with Welliver, and I just don't play well when I can't scramble. So I need to have somebody that can move, which is why I've done so well with Kenyon Garnett. But Welliver, something that Applewhite has that Welliver didn't have was the accuracies. He's also got a really big arm. 98 throw power is some of the biggest arm I've ever seen in this game, and Tanner Applewhite's got it. But he's also got unbelievable accuracies, a lot better than what we were working with Welliver. And we thought Welliver's accuracies were good, but Applewhite, I mean, he takes it above and beyond. And there's even a chance, with him being a junior redshirt, that he's back next year with Garnett gone. So we'll see how it plays out. It's not a guarantee, but there's a chance. At running back, we're not as deep as we have been in the past. We kind of missed on some portal running backs that I really wanted, including Peppers in the offseason. I really wanted Peppers, but we couldn't get him. We do bring in Greg Ard, but then we just have guys that have been here. We've got Cameron Poe, the Dragon Warrior. We've got Darrell Truman. We've got Mitch Maije. Some guys that have been here, some grinders. We're definitely going to have to bring in some running backs, whether it's freshmen coming in from high school or if it's transfer portal recruits. We're going to have to bring in some running back this upcoming offseason. Wide receiver, we're also very thin, which is not surprising. Usually I recruit so many wide receivers that I have too many, but for some reason I only have 5. Very strange. But we do bring in Xavier Johnson, which is a big addition. Micah Cypress is still here. Deion Buck is going to be developing. He's a true sophomore. He didn't really get a lot of play time last year, but I'm excited for him this year. He's got 93 speed, good player. Alani Coleman comes in as a true freshman. Obviously, he's going to play because I don't have enough depth. And then we've got Brendan McQueen, who we brought in as a portal player as well. But next year, as it stands, we're going to have 2 players on roster. So we got to bring in some receivers in the portal. Isaiah Butler Tanner. I didn't really vibe with him too much last year. He wasn't amazing. He was fine. But he didn't blow me away with his play. And that's not all his fault. I didn't throw to him as much as I probably should. But we do have Marquise Springs. I'm very excited. 87 speed at tight end is going to be a cheat code. So I like that a lot. I really do. So I'm fine with tight end. Offensive line, we brought in Istander in the portal. We have TJ Dixon Jordan, former center. We moved to guard because we brought in Garrison Spanspawn to be our starting center from the portal. We really hit the portal hard for offensive linemen because we really didn't have that much to rely on from the team in general. So Devin Harper's our right guard, and then Isaiah Morrow, who we stopped from transferring, is going to be our right tackle. Maybe we should have let him go because he either gets hurt or he gets a penalty on basically every play. So maybe I should have let him go. But we don't really have enough depth at right tackle anyway. We got a lot of guys that are under 70 overall. And then we get to the defense. No more Jackson Howard. It's going to be sad. I don't know who's going to pick up that production. I mean, obviously you can't copy what Jackson Howard did last year. That was a once in a generation type of season. But Dominic Kirks and Caleb Cormier have been great. This dynasty, this series, they've been fantastic. Dominic Kirk's been a great player. But this man is who I'm excited about. Wayne Bostic, another guy that I was high on in recruiting. He ate a red shirt last year. He's finally ready to go. He's got star dev, so he's going to develop, and he's starting with 85 speed and 85 power moves. So Wayne Bostic's definitely, you're going to be seeing a lot of Wayne Bostic on the field. Then at D tackle, obviously we got the two stalwarts. We've got Jarek Francis and Langston Bowling. And then I'm kind of excited about Kevon King. We brought him in the portal, see what he's got. We've also got Vince Murphy, who we moved from offensive line to defensive line, I'm pretty sure. He was like recruited as an agile athlete, but then we turned him into a defensive tackle. He's got elite dev. So he's going to take a red shirt this year, but I'm excited for the future with Vince Murphy. At the linebacking room, we've got Riley Pettijohn, who was a fantastic player for us last year. We've got Roderick Hicks, but I'm not super excited about him. I did give the red shirt to Max Shea. That might be a little bit of a controversial choice, but Max Shea is going to eat a red shirt this year because Roderick Hicks only has 79 speed, but I do think there's a bright future with Roderick Hicks. And we have some decent guys, including EJ Mims as a backup to Hicks if we don't like where we go. And then talk about guys that have bright futures. We mentioned him at the very beginning. Vernon Woollyhand is going to be unbelievable. There is a high chance that Vernon Woollyhand ends his career as the greatest East Delaware Knight that's ever laced up the boots. There's the high chance. He's already an 89 as a freshman redshirt. With elite dev, I cannot wait to see what he does. Cam Pruitt is also a great player. We've got Sean Muma, a great player. A lot of linebackers with some good speed. I mean, Pruitt's got 96 acceleration. He's definitely got to get on the field, that's for sure. And then at corner, we brought in DJ Pickett, who ends up immediately becoming a better corner than what Peyton Morgan was. DJ Pickett, I'm assuming, is going to be what I thought Peyton Morgan was going to be when we brought Peyton Morgan in last year. DJ Pickett's just a better version, and he's taller, and faster. We'll see what we can do with that. But then we've got two freshmen. I did put a red shirt on Larry Stumpf. I did that because I like the possibility of TJ Burney getting on the field with that 95 speed. So now his man coverage ability is not very good, but speed should be able to keep him in the play, at least. But really, these top four corners are going to be able to get the job done mostly for us. Free safety, we've got elite dev Steve Henley, who I'm very excited about as a true sophomore. Kevin Magnifico, as a true freshman, will also not eat a red shirt. He will be playing because I'm very excited about him. And then strong safety, the beast, Jeremiah Wolf. He was phenomenal last year. He's going to be continue to be phenomenal again. Bentley Richmond comes back, and then we got a new punter, freshman Eric Ty. So that is our roster for season 4. I've already got the depth chart figured out. I'm pretty sure I have the same mixture of plays. That's not what I wanted to go to. The same mixture of plays. If I go to formation subs, if I could actually figure out what I wanted to do, where we're going to have Applewhite and Kenyon Garnett sub in. Have we that we've done the past couple of years? Although it's mostly Applewhite right now. Did I not fix it? Maybe it adjusted. Okay. So it looks like it adjusted and took some of that stuff out. So I do want Kenyon Garnett on the field, obviously. We need to get him in some... Unless he's in more pistol formations. Is he in pistol formations? No, he's not in pistol. We probably need Applewhite in those. Wildcat, we're not going to need... Garnett isn't in Wildcat, though. I don't know where I want Garnett to be. I think I've had him in more of the wings trio formations. Let me sub in some new quarterbacks here. I thought I already did this, but it looks like it reset it. So we'll put Kenyon Garnett in some different formations in the wings playbook, or the wings formations, just so we can get Kenyon Garnett on the field. That's obviously our big... Oops. Did I put it... Wait, what happened there? Okay, there we go. We obviously need Garnett to get in the game, so he's too dynamic of a player to not have him in. So we're just going to basically sub him in for different formations and hope that it's enough for him to get in. All right, we'll keep everybody else the way that it is. Although I kind of want empty spread to be Garnett. I think that could be lethal for a run spot, a scramble spot. So let's do that. Okay, now that we've changed that, Garnett will get some play time. He'll sub in. Oh, and then the last thing we got to talk about is recruiting. Actually, not the last thing. Let me go to the rosters real quick. I want to show you LSU's roster because they have a player that we are very interested in following, and that is the quarterback, Theo Graves. I don't know if they have a red shirt on him. I can't tell. I don't know if I can see other teams' red shirts, but this man is, oh my God, I'm so upset we didn't get him. He's a 5-star player. We obviously knew that. He's 6'5", 221. He's virtually uncapped. I mean, look at this dude. He's generational, man. He's generational, and he chose LSU. Why, Theo? Why? God, I really wanted him. I really wanted him. But there's nothing we can do. We have to just hope that he chooses to transfer, which I don't think he will because his deal breaker was proximity to home, I think. Was that not his deal breaker? And I think that's impossible to transfer from. It doesn't even show me what his deal breaker is. Oh, but he's behind 2 quarterbacks. He's not even going to play this year, so I'm assuming they do have a red shirt on him. He's behind Honeywell. He's behind Duncan Grant. He's even behind James Warren. Oh, you made the wrong decision, Theo. You made the wrong decision. That's all it is. You'd be a starter. I would have started you day one. Ugh, brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. He wanted to stay home. He wanted to stay home. This is what our recruiting board looks like for season 4. I do have some quarterbacks on the board, as I always do. I'm not super interested in any of these quarterbacks, though. They didn't, like, pop out on me. Ezekiel Jeffrey was 6'5". He was kind of giving me Theo Graves vibes, but then when I scouted him, he's not Theo Graves. So I'm not super interested in any of these guys. As you can see, I only have 5 hours on Tyrese Sheed. Running back, I've got 4 guys on the board. I'm actively going after 3 of them. We need running back. Also, wide receiver. I have 5 players on this board. I'm actively going after 3 of them. So we'll see if we can land some receivers. We've got a couple tight ends, including Hakeem Arorororo. And then offensive line, obviously going after a few. Need to get some offensive line to fill the depth. Defensive tackle is not a huge need. Actually, it is a huge need. I think it is. That's why I put 3 on the board. I'm pretty sure it's one of our big needs. But linebacker is what's not the big need, but we're still going after a few. And then corner is always a need. You can always have some big-time corners, including the number 4 player in the country, Cordell Bloom. No safeties except for Tosh Hope. No free safeties, at least. And no kicker, no punter. And then 1 athlete, D'Angelo Joe, but he's a running back. So that's what our recruiting class looks like. I've got everybody who's like first on the board. We've got them all pretty high up. So we'll keep a track as we go through this 4th season as we always do. But it's time, man. It's time to get our revenge. We lost to Florida in a neutral site. This time it is in the swamp. I'm pretty sure it's 8 p.m., so we're going to bring out the shadows. Game 1. Not only is it a chance to get our revenge on Florida, who beat us last year, it is also the first ever game we will play in this series as defending national champions. Do we have what it takes to not fold under the pressure with having this target on our back? I guess we have to find out by playing game number 1. Apparently, this is a neutral site game. It didn't tell me that it was a neutral, like it didn't have a thing, but we're at Camping World. which is in... Where's Camping World? I feel like that's in North Carolina somewhere. But I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I'm not sure where Camping World Stadium is. But this is a neutral. This obviously is in the swamp. It didn't tell me. It just said it was on the road. It didn't tell me. Say me what? It didn't tell me it was a neutral site game. All right, so we don't have to go to the swamp. I guess that's good. And we've got Cameron Poe. He's back. And I did adjust the wear and tear sliders, so we hopefully won't have as bad wear and tear as we've had the past couple of years. Like our big dog. I've already forgotten his name. Shelton Lighton was his name. He just could not get on the field towards the end of the season last year because his wear and tear was so rough. And that's a bad start for Applewhite. That's not good. Okay, got to figure that out. We got to be mindful of the 98 throw power. We can launch some footballs. And it's not like he's got bad accuracy either. He's got really, really good accuracy. This is probably the best quarterback stat-wise we've had here in East Delaware Dynasty. Because remember, we've had Kenyon Garnett in year one, just him, and then a couple other bums. But he's not a quarterback. He's a running back that plays quarterback. And then we had Lincoln Keenholz in year two, but he didn't play much because he got hurt. And then obviously we had Cole Welliver in year three. So I'd say that this is the best we've had. And oh no, I got to put... Okay, I do know one formation sub I have to make. I have to make sure that Kenny Garnett is in... That's going to be an interception. Oh, God, I threw that to the wrong... Well, it was the right guy that I wanted. It just wasn't the right angle. It's going to be a pick six to start the game. What I was going to say was, before we threw the interception, I've got to make sure that Kenny Garnett is in on those quarterback blasts like he was last year. I need to make sure that he's in on those formations. Because obviously we're not going to have Applewhite run QB blast. That makes no sense. But that was all kinds of bad. I saw that guy just standing there. I just thought that I could angle the ball in a way where he wasn't going to be able to get it. Maybe I could like box him out or something. That clearly didn't happen, and it got pick sixed. So at least it's not in the swamp, because if it was in the swamp, we'd be in a much rougher situation. I did see that Alabama just lost their first game of the season. They were number 2 in the country. So I guess that helps us out if we're able to pull this out for a victory. Good Lord. As Cameron Poe gets upended there. But at least we get to see the senior, Kenny Garnett. We've been through the ups and the downs with this man all the way since he was a freshman. Nobody gave him a shot, and how does he get run down by a defensive tackle there? That does not make much sense now, does it? Clayton Fournette is going to run down my fastest quarterback. I got to throw that. It's going to be caught. Xavier Johnson, the transfer. He makes a big catch. We cannot rely on Keelan Rounds anymore. He is off to the NFL. He was a first-round pick. But having that safety blanket in Keelan Rounds is no longer an option. So we're going to have to hope that somebody makes up for it. And maybe it's Xavier Johnson. Maybe it's Micah Cypress. Maybe it's Deion Buck. I mean, Deion Buck is a true sophomore with some good speed. Good Lord. It might be pretty tough to run the football here against Florida. Why is this Gator shimmying on me? They have no time of possession. They have 8 seconds because that's what it took for him to run the ball back for a pick six. They have no offensive stats because they have not had the ball in offense, and yet they have a 7-0 lead. This is exactly how I drew it up, isn't it? It wouldn't be a World of Juice video if I didn't have some brain-dead decision-making. All right, Greg Ard, we need you to take this for a first down. It'd be really nice. Oh, they covered the screen immaculately. I got to punt it. I can't. I'm on my own 27. They covered the screen so perfectly, it's almost disgusting how well they covered it. Why is Spawn on the kick or on the punt return coverage there? How did the center get down the field that quickly? Here comes the Florida offense for the first time. I'm not even sure who their quarterback is at this point. It looks like they've got number 16 back there. He's got a star on his name or underneath his body, so that's good for them, I guess. Not good for us. And their running back is going to have a big play already. We could be in trouble KD Daniels. I am familiar with KD Daniels, so at least that's somebody that I know. I don't know who the quarterback is. I haven't seen any stats for him just yet. Good tackle. Loss of 1 on the play there. I am curious to see how this defense plays now that we don't have Jackson Howard. How are we going to respond this year? Jackson Howard may be the greatest one-year transfer I've ever had. That ball's out! Recovered! It's Riley Pettijohn on the recovery! He's got nothing but space! Riley Pettijohn is going to house this bad boy, and we have capitalized on a turnover just like the Gators. Riley Pettijohn. And I think it's safe to say no longer transfer linebacker Riley Pettijohn, just strictly linebacker Riley Pettijohn. And it's not even going to be reviewed, which makes me think he did not fumble the football. But the game just doesn't review these things, or the CPU just doesn't challenge. Let's see if he actually fumbled. I'm guaranteeing you, he just did not fumble, but they're going to call it. Okay, so here we go, and oh, good Lord, that's down. Good Lord! That is a million percentage down by the knee. The ball is still clearly in his possession. Then it pops out via the ground, by the way, which the ground cannot force a fumble anyway. But you know what? It resulted in me picking up with Riley Pettijohn. I'm not complaining. I'm taking it because we need everything we can have if we're going to play against Florida. And Riley Pettijohn hit a little bit of a flex on the haters. If I could get the camera to turn around on him. There we go. Oh, look at the boy. Riley Pettijohn giving us our first thumbnail opportunity of season 4. Oh, you love to see it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. That was most definitely not a fumble, by the way. But we're going to take it. 7-7. We tie the game up. And both teams have scored off of turnovers here in the first quarter, or the second quarter, well, first half, I guess, in the neutral site kickoff game. I can't call it what, like, is it the Aflac? It's not the Aflac kickoff game. There's no sponsor on the field. I don't know. It's just an opening day game. I don't know if we're like, are we overseas? Are we in Ireland for this game? Jarek Francis makes a big play. You know what? I'm a little bit disappointed in the career of Jarek Francis. He was my Aaron Donald build when we first started this series, and I was hoping he would, like, flourish into an Aaron Donald type. Now, not college Aaron Donald, even though college Aaron Donald was a great player, but I was hoping he'd become Hall of Fame NFL Aaron Donald. But he's been a good player. He just hasn't had the shine on him that I thought he would. He's had a good career. And at the end of the season, we'll take a look at his career numbers and all that kind of stuff. That's an incomplete pass, 4th and 6, 3 and out for the Gators. That's big. That's real big. Did they sell Dallas Wilson? It's possible because he's a freshman in real life. And we're 4 years deep, so I guess it's possible he's a senior. That could be him right there, number 2. Oh, look at Cameron Poe. The Dragon Warrior going crazy. And now we have the football back on offense. We need to do better than we did last drive. Just got to do better. Greg Ard, okay. It seems as if the run game is going to be not possible against Florida, at least not right now. Maybe we can wear him down a little bit towards the end of the game. But right now, the run game is kind of impossible to do. Oh, that's wide open if I can find him. I can. Xavier Johnson's got it. It was not the greatest ball, but I technically was running to the opposite side. It was all kinds of weird. But it worked out. Garnett delivered it. Xavier Johnson catches it. And it's a big first down. Throw me a block, kind of. He threw me a good enough block, but it had to push out too far to the left. More than I wanted to. And we're really getting to see what Greg Ard's got. Although, we'll have to see what he's got against lesser opponents, because against Florida, it's a little bit more of a slog. And that's the 2-minute warning here in this neutral site game against Florida. Let's try to get Butler Tanner here. Maybe Micah Cypress. It's just one of these crossers. Let's hit Micah Cypress. He drops it, Micah. It's picked off! You can't be serious. That's not even Applewhite's fault. Cypress just drops. I should have went Butler Tanner. It's bounced off the knee and kept alive. And then TB dives and catches it. Are you serious, man? This game never ceases to amaze me with just the absolute BS they throw my way. I mean, come on. How did that DB even see the ball in the air in the first place to know to dive and get it? And then how did he have the reaction time to go and get it and not hit the ground? It's mind-blowing, some of the things that happen here. His quarterback has way too much time, and then he's got nobody around him. We had 2 QB spies on him, and he still ran away from us. And he's got a lot of speed. You see how quickly he got up the field there? I don't know who this quarterback is, but it might be a little Tim Tebow reincarnation. 1st and 10, this Florida team scares me. They're only number 14 in the country, but they scare the soul out of me. We are doing a really good job in coverage to make this quarterback stick with the football. The only problem is we can't get the rush to get him quick enough. Thankfully, that time Dominic Kirks did do it. But he has had way too much time with the football. 2nd and 21, quarter and half is coming to an end. He broke the tackle and got close to field goal range there. They're at the 43-yard line. I really need a loss of yardage here. He's going to have too much time in the pocket. He's going down the field. Intercepted by Henley, the elite dev safety, with his first pick of the year. That's kind of big. I like that a lot. Good job, Henley. But now that puts us at the 1-yard line, because that's where he fell down at. Let's see what we got. Just don't take a safety. All right, Ard will get a couple of yards, get us a little bit of breathing room there. This play last year, at least the past couple of years, has been a lethal play with Shelton Lighton. Let's see if it works with Greg Ard. And it looks like it's going to be somewhat successful. It gets us the first down, at least. And I'm going to run a hurry up so I don't have to call a timeout initially. Gotta go. I think Cypress is open. He's not open. It's intercepted, and Florida's then going to end up having points. Wow. I mean, Cypress couldn't have been more open. Did you see the route that he had? Micah Cypress was wide. Look at this route. He's got him by 2 steps. But he just recovers. Micah doesn't have a very, straightforward turn on his cut. It's kind of more of a loose looping cut, and that allows the DB to get in front of it. It's brutal, man. Brutal. We intercept Florida, stop them from getting points, and then give it ball right back to Florida and allow them to get points. I'm just hoping it's not 7 points. Langston Bowling's gonna commit a fumble. Recovered by the Gators. Langston Bowling, the 400-pound bowling ball, got in there and stripped the ball out. That's got to be picked. It's not. It's thankfully incomplete. DJ Pickett, you've got like 97 speed. How are you not on him faster than that or closer than that? If we can somehow make this play last 7 seconds, that'd be huge. It's going to be 2 seconds. 2 seconds. They're going to get 3 out of it. Ah! Brutal. Brutal. This is a tough kick, though. Far left hash. Really close. This is a harsh angle. It is going to go right through, though, because of course it does. So the Gators will end up getting 3 points out of it. I'm heartbroken, man. The throw, the route was supposed to be like a really, really good route, and it looked like it was going to be, but because it wasn't a direct cut, he didn't like boom and hit as explosive as he needed to be. He kind of just gingerly went and turned the corner. It allowed the corner to make the play. And the ball wasn't placed particularly well anyway. Dominic Kirks, how does he not sack him there? How does he not sack him? I dove right on top of him. I can't ever get a win. It's one thing after the other, man. I can't just be happy. That, thankfully, is Dominic Kirks shutting down the read option. It looks like Dominic Kirks on that right side is going to have a major impact. If not the whole season, definitely this game. It's a big third down. 3rd and 14 for the Gators. First drive after the half. That's got to be dropped. Thank God. Peyton Morgan about to get mossed on. What else is new? I mean, come on, Peyton Morgan. I should have told you to transfer. We do force the 3-and-out, thankfully. Poe will return it to the 48. Poe feels a lot faster when he's returning punts than he does when he's running the ball naturally. It's very weird. They're going to press on all of my receivers, but I'm going to run this with Dion Buck. He's got good speed. It's man coverage. Oh, if we throw one block, it's a touchdown. Dion Buck making his technical debut. It was closer touchdown than I thought it was going to be. He didn't really play much last year. And now he's actually getting on the field. And his first real play is a 48-yard touchdown on a jet touch pass. So that's big, and we give the lead, or we get the lead back. So I'll take that. Actually, we get the lead for the first time. Give me a big hit stick. I don't even know why I try. All right, back on defense, but I'm liking Dominic Kirks right now. And I did notice that the quarterback was Cameron Dyer, who we are familiar with from, was it BYU Dynasty? So we are familiar with Cameron Dyer. We know he's pretty fast, as we saw on that one scramble he had a couple drives ago. Hand out to the running back. He ran right underneath, like a limbo. Come on, man. What am I supposed to do about that? He ran right underneath him. He was supposed to get clothesline, and he just went underneath like how low can you go? Apparently, he can go pretty low. Another handout to the running back. He stays on his feet. We just can't tackle today. I know. That's a groundbreaking story. Breaking news. We can't tackle. We can't tackle at all. Any game. Doesn't matter what team it's playing. Jarek Francis can't get out there, but Jeremiah Wolf can't either. Oh, Jeremiah, you got to go with more than a shoulder. I know you're a big dude for a safety, but you got to throw more than a shoulder at a running back if you want to bring him down. Oh, look at Langston Bowling. Can't sack the quarterback. Dyer's got room. I hate this game so much. The hits. I should not be getting shoulder trucked by a quarterback. That's not what happens. Quarterbacks don't do that unless your name's Cam Newton. Or I guess Tim Tebow. Oh, God. Cameron Dyer is going to be in my nightmares tonight. 2nd and 11. What do we got? What do we got? Screen? What is this? The offensive line moved like it was a screen, but then nobody ran out. It's a coverage sack almost. Dominic Kirks, he kind of just ran into Dominic Kirks. Dominic Kirks was in, like, actively getting blocked, and then Dyer just said, you know what? I'll give you a sack. And he ran right into him and let him get hugged. And that's going to be Langston Bowling. Oh, my God. The seniors are here. It's been exclusively the seniors making plays. Dominic Kirks, Jarek Francis, Langston Bowling. The seniors are making plays. They want to be two-time national champions, and I don't blame them. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the type of production that we're going to need if we want to go back to back. I like this a lot. I like the potential of Xavier Johnson here. We've got the deep arm accuracy to throw that, but I don't have the actual open receiver to throw to. I'm going to need a little bit more time, offensive line. We're going to need just a little bit more time. I don't even know what I like here. The only problem with Butler Tanner running this route, he doesn't have any speed. Oh, nothing's open here. Just throw that away. I didn't even realize that was Kenny Garnett. I could have scrambled or could have made something happen with that. I didn't realize that Kenny was out there. I got to pay more attention to that. All right, they're going to keep pressing, which is nice because that gives me an opportunity to throw the deep ball. But it's Kenny Garnett, so take the yardage, especially on 3rd down. Take the yardage, abuse Kenny Garnett, see what he can do. Oh, finally, Greg Ard's going to get some decent blocking. If Xavier Johnson would have been a team player there and thrown a block, that might have been a touchdown. He's no Keelan Rounds. Keelan Rounds would have thrown that block. Ard? That's my fault. I kind of ran into that guy. He was getting actively blocked, and I ran right into him. But it's 2nd down and 1. They are loading up for the run stop. It's Truman coming in. Okay. Truman will come in. He's a big-bodied dude. Same thing with Mitch Maje. And he will get the 1st down. Good job, Truman. Under a minute to go, third quarter, handoff to Cameron Poe, and he will get to the 37, a gain of 4. I'm going to try the inside zone, and then hopefully they, like... No, they're not going to do it. I was hoping that they would bring the press up, and I could audible to a vertical and just, like, bomb one on them, but that's not what they did. But Greg Ard's going to get the first down anyway. Nice change of direction from him, too. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Okay, so if we can take, like, 2 minutes off this clock and score, too, that might put us in a good position, because it'll put us up by, what, 11? With, like, 4 minutes to go in the game. 2-score deficit for Florida. That's going to be tough for them to come back from. We'll see if that works out the way that I'm thinking. Knowing my luck, it will not, but you never know. I kind of want to see what Dion Buck can do with a corner route here. I think that could be pretty lethal. Although that safety, it's almost like the safety knew I was throwing that. Or it's almost like the safety read my signal and knew I was changing his route to a corner route because he directly went to the corner. How would he have known I changed that to a corner? Are we that obvious with our signals? Is Connor Stallions on the other sideline? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know how he knew to go straight. I mean, he didn't backpedal at all. He went directly to the corner of the end zone because that's where the route was going. And we have done the first part of what I asked to do. We took 2 minutes off the clock. We're even taking more off the clock here as we get it to 3rd and goal. Greg Ard, first and goal. I thought they were going to give me 4th and inches there for a second. Greg Ard gets the first down. And now we're going to try to punch this in. Handoff, Ard, he's in for his first ever, that's a late hit, first ever touchdown as a Delaware Knight. And we have moved this lead to 11 with under 3 minutes to go. So we did even more. We took 6 minutes on that drive. That's kind of big. In an 11-point game with 2:51 to go, they've got technically 4 timeouts because they've got the 2-minute warning as well. I don't know. I don't think Dallas Wilson's here, by the way. I haven't seen him at all, so I'm assuming he's either gone to the NFL or transferred to another team for his senior year. Oh, that's play action at its finest right there. And it's going to work because I suck so bad, man. Why do I even try? I should just switch off every single time. Why do I even user anybody? Why do you think I'm a D-line user, man? God, I suck. I'm so bad. My depth perception and angles that I take are just awful. And that's in Peyton Morgan blown coverage, dude. Why do I keep giving you chances, Peyton? I gave you too many chances last year, and now this year I'm giving you just as many chances, and you never do anything. You had maybe, what, 3 good plays all of last year? Oh my God, Cameron Dyer is cooking right now. They are moving the football directly down our throats. Will they snap this before the 2-minute warning? No, they won't. Okay, so now they only have 3 timeouts to manually stop the clock. Obviously, it could stop if they go out of bounds or if they get an injury or something like that, but 3 actual timeouts to stop the clock. But an 11-point deficit and a sack! Another sack! That's 5, baby! 5, I count them. And it was Vernon Woollyhan. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Vernon Woollyhan was going to be a menace to society, and it's already begun, although they got all those yards back on a first down. Forget everything I said. Vernon Woollyhan, he may still be a menace to society, but this defense as a whole is just that. They're holes. Oh, why would you go down? You could have scored a touchdown there. They used one of their timeouts. I got to bring a blitz here. Dial up everything. Vernon, I'm usering you. It's going to be a touchdown, Florida. And they're going to go for 2 to make it a field goal game. And I would assume then an onside, I would guess. I'm going to line up an onside when we get there. Unless we can stop it here. Jeremiah Wolf gets blocked, but he doesn't stop. Jeremiah Wolf keeps it a 5-point game. I'm still going to go onside, now more than ever. And it's going to be caught and fallen on. Good job. Oh, Jeremiah Wolf, you beautiful, beautiful man. Huge play. He was getting tackled and still made the tackle. Second timeout used by Florida. I'm going to try the jet touch pass again. If they're in man coverage, it could be really good. Dion Buck scored a touchdown on this last time he had it. Let's see what happens again. It is man coverage. The guy moves with him. If we get the blocks, it could be lethal. Not as good of a block. It's still good blocks. He gets us the first down. It was a great play, but it wasn't. Since we have the knowing of we scored a touchdown on it the previous time we did that, it wasn't as good of a play. But we will kneel it down, and we will win our first game of the year. Got our revenge on Florida. They beat us last year in game 1. We beat them now. I guess we're going to have to schedule them next year to get that rubber match. But a big win for us to start the season 1-0, and we probably are going to move up the rankings because Alabama lost, and they were number 2. So I would assume we move up to number 3. I wasn't super impressed with Applewhite, though. We didn't give him too many things to do. It was mainly the running game, which is usually what we do anyway. But I wasn't, like, super impressed with him. We'll have to see how he plays the rest of the season. It was only one game, obviously. And then we have game number 2, our first rivalry game. Ooh, look at the influence bar for Sean Washington. That's a massive amount of influence. It's by far the most out of anybody on his board right now. That gives me hope. That gives me hope. We are still in first for Cordell Bloom. We have jumped into the board for Vince Peters. We're going after some big-time 5-star corners. Damian Foster, we are the only one going after him. We have a platinum pipeline for him. Yeah, we're going to get Damian Foster pretty easily. Andre Ejiofor, we are battling for another corner. Running back Gene Hendricks, we're doing okay for. I think the running backs were all pretty good. 89 speed, 92 excel is not horrible. I think Gray was the best one. Yeah, Sean Gray, 91 speed, 87 excel. He's got 75 ball carrier vision, 80 break tackle. Can't really catch the football, but I'm excited about him, and we are in the lead for him, so we'll see what happens there. Christian Hape, I should probably try to put some hours on. I have 80 hours. So I should probably try to put some hours on him since we are in first for him. We need running back, so we'll put 25 on him. Did we get locked out of anybody? I didn't see. No, we just have hours opened up. Okay, well, we can make some things happen here. Who do I want to go after? Miami is making a big push for Hendricks, so we'll have to make a decision on him. Marquise Sharga is not even getting recruited, so we're fine there. Leon Stanzi, we have that pipeline, which is going to help us out a lot. Dennis Eichenberg is a good player. We also have... I really went for guys with a big pipeline because I've realized... I know, it'd take me way too long to realize this, but I've realized that pipelines are very important in College Football 26. And what made me realize that was losing Theo Graves. So I've changed my strategy to go for a lot of guys that we have a good pipeline for. Now, obviously, I didn't go for everybody that we have a good pipeline for, but I do have a lot of guys that we have decent pipelines for. And Kiki Togiai, we will put on the board as a 50 bomb. How many wide receivers are we going after? 3 that I have hours on. We'll see if we can get in on them. I've now switched to 50 on Togiai. We'll see what we can do there. USC is going to be tricky, but Leon Cherry's from Hawaii. How fast was he? 90 speed. 94 speed for Muhammad Littlejohn. I really want him. That's why I put 50 on him. John Toomer, he was 87 speed. No wonder I didn't put any points on him. And then Glenn Lett, nobody's recruiting, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can bring in some big-time players at receiver. The quarterbacks, none of them really impressed me too much. I've been ruined by Theo Graves. He ruined me for all other quarterbacks because now I'm comparing every high school quarterback that I find to him. He set the standard for what a high school quarterback should be in my eyes. And now nobody's living up to that. Why do you think I have 5 points on Tyrese Sheed? All these guys are fine. They're all fine players. Oh my God, Notre Dame has a massive amount of influence on Ezekiel Jeffrey. But Theo Graves ruined me. He ruined me for other men. It's insane. I do want to see the LSU depth chart. Although I probably shouldn't because it's going to break my heart to see him not even in the depth chart. Oh God, he's not even on here. You would have started for me, Theo. Why did you choose to go to LSU, man? Oh, he's not even on here. I knew he wasn't going to be. It breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And yes, we're going to follow his entire journey. If he ever transfers or if he just stays in LSU the whole time. Oh, man. But we do get to play Delaware. We did move it to 3, by the way. So we're number 3 in the country. And we get to break out the State Pride unis. We only break these out when we play our rival cross town, regular Delaware. We get to break out the State Pride unis. And they will wear their fake Cheater University jerseys, because I don't know why they think that these are good uniforms at all. The helmet's stupid. It's basically just like oh, what's the word I'm looking for? The saturation has been bumped up, so it's like similar colors, but the saturations from the other jerseys. You know what? I don't think they've worn these uniforms yet, so they're gonna wear these. I actually like these a lot better. They're gonna wear those. We're gonna wear our state pride, and we are gonna have our first home game as defending champs. So I'm expecting a full house. But this team, ever since year number one, they haven't really been on our level, and even in year number one, they haven't been on our level. They just beat us in year number one. But ever since then, we've kind of just destroyed them, and I wouldn't expect any different in this one. It is East Delaware versus regular Delaware here in Dover. A big time crosstown battle between two teams that despise each other. The last time we played them last year, 48 to nothing. And yes, the series says it's tied 2-2. I haven't said this in a while, but back when you initially create your team builder team and you give them rivalries, for some reason the game makes you give the rivalry at least one win to one of the teams. You have to have at least one team have one win. You can't just have a 0-0 rivalry. I don't know why that's the case, but that's what it was. So I gave every rival, Penn State, Delaware, Maryland, Temple. I gave them all 1-0 victories over us in the series. But obviously we've changed that since we played the actual games. But then Delaware beat us in year number one, so it makes it 2. So that's why they have 2 wins. I haven't said that in a while, so I guess I'd say that again, just to refresh anybody who hasn't paid attention to every episode. I don't know how he caught that, by the way. I don't even feel like I'm playing Delaware with the black and white unis that they got on. It feels like I'm playing a whole different team, but no, that's the team I remember. Dominic Kirks blowing away the quarterback, and the big senior 400 pounds of pure bowling acumen recovers the football. Langston Bowling. And now we come out on offense. That makes me remind myself that we're playing against Delaware, because Dominic Kirks destroyed the quarterback. Absolutely blew him. And now we go on offense. And I think in this game, I'm going to try to see what we have with Applewhite, just so that I can kind of get a feel for how he plays, so that when we need him in a game later in the season against maybe a Clemson or something, I know what we have. Although, I don't know what I have here, and that's going to be picked off. I hate myself. I want to die. I really do. God, I don't even want... The thing, sometimes I even, shock myself with how stupid I am and what decisions I make. Why would I still throw that? I had 3 guys in my face. I had 3 men coming in my face, and I still threw it. And it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I was doing. Unbelievable. That is a textbook EA Sports interception, and I've had that so many times, I don't know why I threw it. Trust me, if you put me on a lie detector and ask me why did I throw that pass, I don't even know what my answer would be. I don't know, because I'm stupid. That's why it would be the truth. That can't be first down. It's not going to be. It's 3 and out for Delaware. They don't capitalize on my interception. That's not even Applewhite's fault. The two interceptions I've thrown with Tanner Applewhite haven't even been his fault. They've just been either my dumb decision making or the DB makes a great play. So I can't even judge what kind of player we have with Applewhite, because the ball doesn't seem to want to go to the places I want to give it to. That's Xavier Johnson, first down, right? Yeah, first down, okay. Wasn't sure if they give me that or not. Now, Florida was really good at stopping my screens, but I doubt that's going to be the case here with regular Delaware. And it's not going to be the case. We get a good amount of yards on that. Arguably should have got more. QB blast, I forgot. I forgot to change it. So it's going to be Applewhite again. I got to remember that for next episode. I got to go in there to the formation subs and put him in, put Kenyon Garnett in for the whatchamacallits, the QB blast, because Tanner Applewhite's got 76 speed. He's not going to be running QB blast. Handoff to Greg Ard, and he's going nowhere. Am I really going to be struggling to run the football against frickin' Delaware? Not just Delaware, frickin' Delaware. You know how we're East Delaware? They're frickin' Delaware. Throw me some blocks. Man, that first run that I did, that first jet sweep was perfect. Where'd that go? Why can't we do that anymore? That was a beautiful touchdown and everything. I thought that was going to be the standard for this jet sweep. I shouldn't have thrown that to Xavier Johnson. I think I had R1 coming open. I think that might have been Buck. That might have been Uncle Buck coming open. But I chose... to be honest, it looked like Xavier Johnson was more open. I don't know if the ball didn't get there strong enough or hard enough, I guess. Not quite sure. But we're going to run the same play and find out. Somebody's getting this. Either it's going to be a receiver or it's going to be Garnett scrambling. That's going to be Xavier Johnson first down. It really looked like the D lineman was going to jump and swat that away. I thought that was going to be incomplete. That would have broke my heart. I would have been devastated. But look at Cameron Poe, the Dragon Warrior, first down. He can't be stopped. Do I have him in on read option plays? Okay, good. Kenny Garnett is at least in on read option plays. And I think he's going to keep it. Kenny Garnett's got it. We get to see that speed. Kenny Garnett, no! No! That was a touchdown! How did I get caught there? Oh, that's unbelievable. I thought I had a touchdown for sure, but I just got grabbed. He just grabbed my toes. Oh, I thought I had it. I was about to celebrate. A little bump, but Deion Buck's got it. He turns the corner. Deion Buck juke move, breaks some ankles on the way. Down to the 2. I like Deion Buck. I like him a lot. We could be seeing a future number 1 round pick. Number 1 round? First round pick. And there is the legend, the Dragon Warrior. Cameron Poe punches in for the touchdown. And we are starting our lead on Delaware. Took 3 minutes until the second quarter. We're not going to talk about that. But we do have a lead. And it looks like our defensive line is going to feast on Delaware's offense today. I do like seeing the blue run down the field on kickoffs. It's kind of fun. It's a nice change of pace from the green that we usually see. Let's see if Dominic Kirks, Caleb Cormier, the interior guys, let's see if they can continue to be dominant as they were in the first drive. That's going to be a little wide receiver screen. He spins off of me, and it's a freaking spin move, man. Spin moves are my kryptonite, apparently. I can't... It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a bum that plays for Delaware. You could be freaking Ryan Williams. It doesn't matter who you are. I'm going to get feasted on with spin moves. He did it again. Thankfully, he spun right into Jeremiah Wolf, who got hurt on the play, but he did do another spin on me. And it was going to work, too, because he saw my user dive completely the wrong way. Oh, that's Dominic Kirks. He's feasting. Dominic Kirks, man. You're no Jackson Howard, but you're having a day. Having a day. Another sack for him. It's a handoff. No, it's read option. I got baited, bro. I fell for the play action. Wow. Wow. Did I really fall for play action like that? Clearly I did. That was oh god. I hope you guys don't come here for the electric gameplay that you expect from this channel, because there's not really that at all, is there? Hopefully you just come here for my crash outs. First and 10, 2-minute warning is going to be here after this play, most likely, unless it's incomplete or something, I guess. Oh, Kirks. No, I didn't get it this time. He kind of like went back and then came back up again. It was almost like inhuman the way that he did it, and I messed up. And here comes Wayne Bostic. It's nice to see him on the field. I didn't see him at all against Florida. Oh my god, look at the rush that he just got as Delaware scores the touchdown. You gotta be kidding me. We shut them out last year. But the rush from Wayne Bostic, that was insane. He won instantly. I like that. If that could be like his thing, is he wins instantly on the defensive line, that would be beautiful. But we're in a 7-7 game at home against regular Delaware. I'm going to be sick. Deion Buck also on kick returns. Brings that to the 25. All right, boys, let's do this. Let's do the dang thing. Let's go and score some tutties. Cameron Poe, he put the last touchdown in, so let's go and hopefully get another one here. Maybe a little motion shock play. It is Garnett, so I have the chance to scramble. And Buck is on the fade. Is Buck going to have this? He kind of does, but I didn't want to risk it. Especially when we've got this lethal weapon in Kenyon Garnett. I mean, look how many yards he just got. I might have had it there. I didn't want to force anything. But it might have been there. It was a choice. It would have been the wrong choice, but it was a choice. Dear Lord, that's wide open. Touchdown, Xavier Johnson. Definitely didn't have to go down to the ground for that, but just wanted to make sure he caught it. Good throw. I think that might have been Applewhite who threw that one. If so, that's his first career touchdown as a Delaware Knight. And we take the lead back right before half, which we get the ball to start the second half, I'm pretty sure. So that's nice. Little double dip. 38 seconds left. Please, regular Delaware, don't do anything to ruin this scoreline. Although, fumble would have been nice. All right, Delaware. You want to, like, throw a pick or something? I'd appreciate it if you did. They're going to hand it off, and you know what? I have so much PTSD about that play action they ran earlier that I thought they were running play action again. So I tried to go after the quarterback right there. Final play of the half. They get it off, and he's going to just check it down. He's a check down merchant. He's going nowhere, and that's the half. Okay, let's do the double dip. 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 Cameron Poe is back to return. And he's got not a great return. 23's, it's whatever. The 23's whatever. And Greg Ard will start with the football here. Hand off. Throw me some blocks, my guys. What are we doing here? You just forget how to block? I would have preferred if you would have thrown something there. That would have been nice. I don't really see anything open here, so we're going to hit Marquis Springs, and 87 speed works pretty well right there. That is somebody we need to get in more. I think I'm going to switch him and Butler Tanner. I just don't think Butler Tanner plays well with what I'm trying to do because he's so slow. Yes, I see the two slant routes. They're probably open, but the guaranteed yardage is right there with Kenny Garnett. I think I am going to switch with Springs and Butler Tanner. Even though Tanner is the higher overall player, I just think Marquis Springs fits more with my play style, which is if I'm going to go to the tight end, I need him to be just win. And I can't trust Butler Tanner to do that, so I think I'm going to switch those two. I might even do it in this game. I don't know. Oh, we cannot run the football against Delaware. Our identity for 3 seasons has been the run game. That's how we won the championship. That's how I was expecting us to defend the championship. And now we are not able to run the first 2 games of the year. We're going to go for this on 4th down. It's not a great idea to go for this on 4th down, but I'm going to do it anyway. 4th and 6. Let's see what happens. Guaranteed yardage. Got to take it. Garnett's going to get it. Wow, that was way closer than I wanted it to be. But Garnett gets it. God, what am I going to do with him not be here next year? He's my crutch. He's such a crutch. I tend... You saw this last year when I did Ohio Bobcat Dynasty and I had Dougie Sims. When I have a quarterback that's just so fast, I tend to just lean on them way too often. Even when I have open receivers, I usually make the excuse that I got to take the free yardage, take the guaranteed yardage. And usually that's the right idea. But next year, I'm not going to have it unless I can find a quarterback either in the portal or recruiting somehow that has similar Garnett type of speed. I don't know what I'm going to do next year without Kenyon Garnett on this roster. Can I redshirt him? I guess I can. He's a true senior, and he's only played 2 games now. I guess I could redshirt him, but then I wouldn't have for the rest of this year, so that'd be stupid. Oh, Poe. Oh. We've got to the 4th quarter. I've really drained a lot of this clock and not scored. It's really gone pretty quick, actually, this game. They still have -3 rushing yards with all the sacks, obviously, because college, the sacks count for rushing yards, so against your rushing yards, I should say. Oh, God, what has happened? Oh, my God. I got so confused on what that right guard was doing. I got distracted. He was, like, stuck on my offensive lineman. Or not the right guard, the defensive tackle. He got stuck on my guard and was, like, just floating there for a second. I got super distracted, and I almost got sacked. That would have been really bad. Luckily, Garnett was able to run around and avoid that. Sometimes with Kenny Garnett, it feels like I'm playing with 2004 Michael Vick on Madden 04. I guess it'd be 2003 Michael Vick, but Madden 04. Because he just feels so much faster than everybody, so he can just run around in circles in the backfield. That extra point is going to go up and through 21-7. I really wish they didn't have 7 points, but our defense is not that great. Surprisingly, even though we have a lot of good players. Are we a big hit stick, possibly? It was a good hit. Not a great hit, but... Let's see if Dominic Kirks can what? I'm having like 3 strokes today. Can continue his dominance in the backfield. Not on that play. That's actually a really good throw. 2nd and 3. Jeremiah Wolf's risk of injury is pretty high. It's at the medium mark right now. That's got to be picked. Turn into the die! Yai. Steve Henley swats it away, but... Wish I could turn into those guys. I probably could with like a switch stick or something, but I don't know how to use that, so... I just continue to yell. That's my compromise. Oh my God, Jeremiah Wolf couldn't bring him in, so he gets that animation. He got it twice on that same play. I hit stick him. Why? Learn, Juice. Learn. Why do I even throw hit sticks? They don't do anything in this game. If anything, they're benefit to the offensive player, not the defensive player. I realized I had a sack there with Dominic Kirk and I dove early. That's my fault. 2nd and 10. Cormier, can he get a good rush? Yes, he can. Caleb Cormier with the sack. Okay, Caleb. I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be the story of this year. The seniors showing out in their final year. We got a lot of seniors on this team, and they're gonna be showing out. It's a big blitz. Pickett, DJ Pickett. That's what we do. I guarantee you that was Peyton Morgan. He would have missed the tackle. Oh God. Peyton Morgan sucks. He might be a great player in real life, but in this game, in this series, he's not good. And on 4th and 8, we can't allow that. That's diabolical. You got 3 blue jerseys right there, and he throws in the middle of all of them, and he gets the first down. Can't allow that. That's just not supposed to happen. And the freshman, Wayne Bostic, look at this man! Oh my God, I think I'm falling in love. Wayne Bostic has been in for like 5 snaps, and every single time he's done something. Oh my God, he did it again. He was in there. Now the quarterback got the ball away and it was a complete catch, but Wayne Bostic got to him. He touched the sack. 3rd and 6. Come on, Bostic. Do it again. This right tackle means nothing. He's your son. Oh, look at him. He's winning every single time down the field. That is a one-on-one, and that is Peyton Morgan actually doing something. Tickle me stupid. I can't believe he did something. And now it's 4th and 6. We allowed a first down on 4th and 8 on this drive. Caleb Cormier. That's got to be knocked incomplete. It's not even incomplete. It's intercepted. It's Peyton Morgan. I dogged on him, and he returned the favor. It's going to be a pick 6 to make this game look even more like a blowout. You know what, Peyton? At least today, I'll take what I said back. I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. That is back-to-back really good plays. He had good coverage on the end zone throw, and then he intercepts the pass. I did put Peyton Morgan into the slot because I thought that maybe that would make him a little bit of a more impactful player, because on the boundary, he's just not good enough. But in the slot, I thought with that speed that he's got, maybe he could compete. And you know what? He gets a pick in his 2nd game in the slot, so maybe I made the right decision there. This quarterback's not faster than Dominic Kirks. Come on, man. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. 28-7, we lead. 28-7, we lead. Oh, I'm loving the pass rush against this Delaware offensive line. They can't handle these tackles. Can't handle our senior edge rush. Kirks has been feasting. Cormier's been feasting. Bostic's been feasting. That's got to be picked again. It's not going to be. It's going to be mossed for a first down. You're joking. You're joking. You're not telling the truth. That's a lie. I'm at a stand-up comedy show, and that's a joke, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's got to be picked. And it is. It's Peyton Morgan again. The slot was a miracle. Why didn't I do this earlier? Oh, my God. If I would have put him in the slot last year, he might be the greatest Delaware Knight of all time. At least on defense. Oh, my God. I should have been doing this from day one with him. Maybe then I wouldn't be dogging him as much as I do. That's 2 interceptions from the slot in one game for Peyton Morgan. I think that's more interceptions than he had all year last year. Crazy. I'm here for it, though. Because now we're just going to run out the clock. Greg Ard's getting some nice carries. They call that a first down? All right. I thought he might have been inches, but whatever. I'll take it. Just a couple more plays, and we can go to 2-0 on our defending champion season. That was an unbelievable run from the edge. Vaughn Robbins apparently is a freak. Catching up to Greg Ard like that from across the field. Okay. It seems like they want to play ball. They want to play some b-ball. Possible final play here. Applewhite will find Xavier Johnson, and we will be stopped short. And you know what? We are going to snap this football for a potential final play here if I can. Snap it? Yes. It's got to be a touchdown. It's got to be a touchdown. Back of the end zone! He was out of bounds. Too much sauce on it from Applewhite, but we win 28-7. We take the rivalry. The battle for the state is back in our favor. 2 interceptions and a pick 6 for Peyton Morgan. I'm sorry, dog. I didn't realize that you were going to be a god in the slot. I guess I should have done that last year. Maybe then we wouldn't have got so many embarrassing moments from you. But a big 2-0 start to our defending champion season. But next episode, we got to play Penn State. And they're, I mean, even though we've beaten them all 3 years so far, this dynasty, they're not easy. It's still Penn State at the end of the day. And Peyton Morgan will win ACC Defensive Player of the Week. Thankfully, they got to come to us. That's going to be the one good thing. How's recruiting looking as we end the episode here? Oh, my God. Look at this influence we are gaining on Sean Washington. My God. We don't have a good pipeline. How are we getting this much influence? Oh, I see. I'll move my camera real quick. Proximity to home. One of our guys, I'm assuming one of our coordinators, has the little, like, strategist badge or whatever next to it. And it's moving up the... or moving down the need. His proximity to home is not as important as it was before because that ability. Wow, that's actually a really good... No wonder we're gaining so much influence on Sean Washington. That's actually a really, really good ability. It makes it so that proximity to home is not as important. Ooh, I wish we would have had that last year for Theo Graves. Just think about what we could have got him. I'm not going to let that go. We're still gaining on Vince Peters. We're doing a really good job in recruiting this year. Now, it is early. I said last year we were doing a really good job in recruiting. We ended up with a good class, nothing crazy, but we're doing a really good job in recruiting, and we are gaining so much influence on Sean Washington. But that's where we're going to end episode 1 of season 4. Next episode, we will take on Penn State and... who was it again? Penn State and Florida State. Florida State. So we beat Florida. Now we got to play Florida State. And that's actually our first away game. That'll be pretty tricky. 2 big name teams. They're not ranked, but they're 2 big name teams. But that'll be the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Group. Remember, we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.